My friend cut me off for saying I would not have chosen my husband to be the father of my kids. My husband Liam, 30M, and I, 37F, are parents to 2 kids. Right now, I'm expecting our 3rd and last child. Liam makes an excellent parent and spouse. I went out to brunch with a couple of my buddies. I was telling them an amusing story about how Liam had baked a cake from scratch to satisfy one of my desires. Paige, a friend of a friend, commented, "I chose so well, and she ought to have given it as much attention as I did. I have a reputation as the responsible person who is extremely meticulous and deliberate before acting." I informed her that although I'm really happy that Liam is our first child's father, I never would have selected him to be. I had great luck. Our life before marriage was chaotic. Dave was the other man I was with. We'd been dating for years, and Dave was a dependable, stable man. Liam became a new companion for Dave, and I was compelled to despise him beyond all measure. Dave was trying to recover the sensation of youth he lost by being responsible since he was young, and he claimed that Liam made him feel young again. He was around Liam and other bros all the time. Dave used to go out and party until 2 or 3 in the morning. He bet online and watched wrestling videos with his whole income, as well as part of mine. He purchased a motorbike. He bought cryptocurrency with our savings. He shaved off all hair. His use of $20,000 of my savings for travel was the last straw. Liam treated me quite disrespectfully during this whole thing. When I urged Dave to stop hanging out with Liam and his other buddies, we broke up. He moved in with a female I was worried about right away. For the first time in my life, I felt incredibly upset and wanted to hurt someone back. I phoned Liam over because I felt so miserable and insane. Just as he destroyed my relationship, I wanted to destroy their friendship. He was game for anything, and he was irritated with Dave for anything else. It felt amazing. But when I woke up the following morning, I realized I had made a big mistake. Unfortunately, I became pregnant as a result of my poor decision. It's ironic since I've always wanted kids, but I was told I couldn't have them. We arranged a tiny wedding because Liam and I were against having children outside of marriage. Liam surprised me by turning out to be an amazing partner and parent, even though I was prepared to grit my teeth and try to make the most of our marriage. If I made a mistake, it was the greatest error I've ever made. When I mentioned that Liam wouldn't have been my first pick, Paige became quite upset. "I'm elevating myself," she remarked. She declared she would never speak to me again and that she had lost all respect for me. She messaged Liam as well, telling him what I had said. Was it truly that horrible what I said? Update. In the end, Paige expressed regret for going too far, and everything is well again. Paige made contact with me. She believed I was being ungrateful since she was going through a difficult period in her own relationship or position. She apologized, and I took it. I do not, however, anticipate that we will be close friends in the future. I also gave Liam a check-in. I love my spouse, and I don't want to make him feel awful, as I've stated before. I inquired as to whether my words had offended him. He acknowledges that he was seriously offended and adds that I should start showing interest and giving me 1,000 kisses right away. My baby's kicking up into my ribs is the worst thing I've ever experienced in my life. Without having a foot in my innards, I miss being able to breathe. When I made incredibly poor personal choices, a lot of people questioned how I managed to earn the reputation of being thoughtful. To be honest, I'm well organized, frugal, and generally well prepared. However, I am reliant on leading a steady, dull life, and was unprepared for my personal life to collapse. When I look back 10 years ago, I had a comfortable career, a sizable savings, and close relationships. In addition, the fiancé I had been seeing for years had transformed into someone I could not recognize. Someone who had deceived me, embezzled money from me, and misled me. After Dave and I broke up, it was Liam who gave me a call. He revealed to me how Dave had lied to him, taken advantage of him, and been seeing another lady. I remained stunned. In case it was mine, he came over to give me some stuff that Dave had left at his apartment. I had some of it, and Dave had some rubbish. He took it and apologized after I sobbed and accused him. He gave me a kiss. Saying that he had ruined my life, I wanted to do the same to his. Dave was Liam's closest friend. Since he likewise struggled with trust, lying is not an option. I was unaware that their friendship had already been destroyed. I was not very skilled at taking retribution, not on my own initiative. We didn't wear any safety gear. I was informed that I was unfertile. Even after years together, none of my past 2 partners, my ex-boyfriend nor Dave, were able to conceive. I was uninformed that being infertile does not equate to being sterile. There was still a potential for me to become pregnant. It is even more frequent than divorce to look down upon having an unmarried child. Shotgun marriages are really rather prevalent as a result. To my astonishment, Liam was as thrilled to be a father as I was to be a mother. We made the decision to let go of our past grudges, stay friends, and raise our child contentedly. While I can say that I started to fall in love with him during my pregnancy, our relationship really took off after I gave birth. I tore really badly, and it was traumatic. Liam was a very caring father and spouse, It was difficult to recognize that he was my soulmate, at first because we clicked so well. I hated Liam in part because we displayed affection in two similar ways. He wanted affectionate time and quality time, and I needed both. Our desire to spend as much time as possible with our loved ones is limitless. Dave enjoyed his alone time and was an introvert. I thought Liam was snatching the little time I had with him when it was Dave in the midst. It's good to have a spouse that values and shows the same kind of affection these days. We spend a lot of time together. Liam needed my whole attention for at least an hour every day, and much longer on the weekends. We could cuddle and kiss each other for whole days. Our relationship is equal. Liam accepts that I shoulder more of the mental burden when it comes to money, investments, health visits, etc., but I shoulder more of the physical burden. Though I believe he does, he insists that I do more. I'm not suggesting that our relationship is flawless, or that either of us is. However, I am content with my situation in life.